Hi, last year I did a project pan challenge and I set myself a target of 118 beauty products. I ended up using up 145. I think it was 147, sorry. Just below 150. So, this did include sheet masks and samples, of course, but for the major part, they were full-size products. And a lot of you have asked how I managed that. And also, a lot of people have resolved to use up more of their stash in 2019. So here are some tips that will help you use up more of your stash and empty products and hit your project pan, or hit pan on more products. So the first thing you need to do is have strict routines for your makeup, your face, and your body. So 3 routines: skincare routine for the face, body routine for the body, bath and body routine, or hair care routine for the hair, and makeup routine for the face. Now, this need not be strict, as in you shouldn't just have one eyeshadow palette for the whole of the year, or one mascara and one lipstick and so on, and until you hit pan on that lipstick, you're going to have to use that. No, you have a set, rather. Say 4 lipsticks, or pick and choose 6 lipsticks and rotate those, so you have one neutral lipstick, one red lipstick, one vampy lipstick, and one bright summery lipstick, and so on. So pick and choose, have sets of products. Similarly for your skin, a couple of acids, couple of cleansers, couple of toners, couple of serums, couple of moisturizers. So if you do that, there is some flexibility. You're not going to be bored mindless. At the same time, you're going to finish up more products. Strict routine. Definitely have a plan here. If you are, somebody who has a 10-step skincare routine, chalk it out. What do you use where? Write it down: essence, serum, emulsion, mist, and so on. So, you're not dithering and just applying moisturizer and crashing. So solid routines are a must. So I do admit that I have skived off, particularly on my skincare routine, even on makeup some days. You're either feeling lazy or under the weather, or you're stressed out, you're feeling a bit low, and the last thing you want is to moisturize, and you want to get out of the shower and, wrap yourself in a nice warm, cozy robe and curl up with a book or something, rather than sitting moisturizing all over and so on. Ditto your skin, and similarly makeup as well. There are days when I can't be asked with blush, I can't be asked with bronzer, I can't even be asked with mascara. All I do is apply some eyeliner, lipstick, some kind of tinted sunscreen, and I'm out. So there are those days, and I'm trying to stop those days as far as possible, because that would help my project plan. Because although you can count tinted sunscreen as well, using up tinted sunscreen is great, but that won't help put a dent in my foundation stash. So for that, a solid routine is an absolute must. The second thing is to set yourself a goal. Have some kind of target. This can vary. You can either have a number, 150 in 2019, that should probably be my target for this year, or a category. I promise I will use up skincare this year. I promise I will use up moisturizer this year. I promise I will use up eyeshadow palette, or at least one eyeshadow palette this year. I promise I will use up a compact powder this year. So it can be a category, it can be a brand. I promise I will use up all the Kat Von D in my stash and not buy any more. Or I promise I will use up all the lime crime in my stash and not buy them. It depends. It's entirely up to you. Or it can be a general number. I promise I'll use up 150 products, or 100 products, or 6 products. Or it can be samples. I promise to use up all the foil sachets I have. I promise to use at least 20 foil sachets up this year. So this is very flexible, but you need a goal. You need a goal to focus on. So set yourself a goal. It can be any of these things, as I said. The third tip is to divide your stash into categories. Neutrals, red lipsticks, matte blushes, peachy blushes, pink blushes, and so on. And, put back the ones that you can't bear to finish up, the ones that you want to keep. Not untouched, obviously, but the ones that you don't want to finish up, put them kind of at the back. And the others can go into your daily rota. So you have a pinky blush, you have a peachy blush, you have a rather deeper blush. So 3 blushes, so that way you're not going to get bored mindless after using peachy blush day in, day out, forever. So that's another idea, to divide your stash into categories, to sort your stash out first before starting your project plan. The fourth thing you need to do is create a touch-up bag. This can be on your desk, it can be in your handbag, it can be in your car, wherever. Or maybe create multiple touch-up bags, as I have done. So the contents of your touch-up bag or touch-up bags will include the products that you want used up. So if you're trying to use up a peachy blush, or if you think you're going to use up all the peachy blushes and all the neutral lipsticks in your stash, have one in each touch-up bag. That way you'll get through them faster. The next thing, this is more skincare and bath and body rather than makeup, is to hang a bag on your shower handle, on the door of your shower handle. This is what I have done. So basically you toss whatever you finish into the bag and you take a picture of that every month. You can share it on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, your blog or video channel, wherever. This really helps. For me, it does. I like tossing things. I mean, not unused, of course. I like tossing finished products, and there's this. Oh, I've got to take a picture. So this is paltry. I just have 2 things, and I've got to finish up more. So I'll use up my body butter, and so on. So this is a kind of encouragement to use up more, because you want your photograph to feature more products rather than fewer. So that will really help. Now the last tip is to offer yourself, or to set yourself rewards and incentives. So in my case, for every 10 products I use up, I may buy one. I'm allowed to buy one. Or you could read a book, or treat yourself to a bubble bath, or a spa session if you use up 5 products, whatever it is. Set yourself some kind of reward and incentive. Now in my case, there's one more thing that I do. The packaging of pretty much all my empties are repurposed by my dad's famous gardening club. So I like to be able to provide more product to them. Pots, jars, bottles, pumps, dropper bottles, and so on. Pretty much everything apart from sheet mask packaging is repurposed. And squeezy tubes as well. They're not very popular. So apart from these 2, I provide my empties to my dad, and that is a nice incentive for me as well. I mean, apparently they can't have enough of products, and everything is used. So good. That helps me use up more. So those are my tips for using up more from your stash in 2019, and setting up a project pan challenge and meeting your goals. Now I am starting a project pan challenge this year, just last year. What I would like is for this to become a community project plan challenge. I mean, we're all part of the beauty community one way or the other. If you're a user, if you're a fan, if you're somebody who buys beauty products, uses beauty products, likes beauty products, you're definitely a member of the beauty community. So, and I'm sure you'll all agree that we all have lots in our stash. More than we need anyway. So let's make this a community project and get going with it. So what I would like for each of you to do as well is to use up as much as possible in your stash, and either with these tips, or perhaps you have other tips, do share them in the comments box below. Please, I would love to know more tips. So if you're using up something and if you have a picture, please do add your picture either in my community tab below, or I don't know if you can add a picture in the comments, but if you can't, please do add it in the community tab. I think you can add pictures to my community tab. Or you could just put them up on your Instagram and send me the link, or add the link right down below. No problem with adding links to pictures of your empties here. I'm not going to delete them. This is not quite a place to promote random blogs or, gaming and stuff like that. But if you do have a picture of whatever products you used up, please do share the link in the comments box below or on my community tab, and we'll all take a look at whatever the other person is using up. Maybe I might discover a holy grail from your stash, or the best part is that if you hate something, it's breaking you out badly, and I see that, then I can avoid buying that product. So let's all help each other out. Let's all use our products. Let's all, resolve to stop our stashes rather than, fall prey to the mad consumerism that is a huge part of the beauty community as well. So this Project Pan Challenge will help us get there. I mean, if products are past their expiry date or reach their expiry date without being used, then that is a huge waste of product and money, hard-earned money. So let's avoid that kind of wastage. Project Pan challenges will help avoid that kind of wastage. And what we can do is, use them up before the expiry date and decide whether we want to repurchase or not. So I would love to see pictures of what you've used up. Let's make this a community thing. Please do share pictures of whatever you've used up. If you have links Twitter links to your pictures, or just post them on Photo Bucket, or I think does Photo Bucket even exist, or Flickr, or Google Photos, or your Google Drive, wherever it is. I mean, definitely maintain your privacy. Keep little children and even your own mug out of the photograph. Don't give me your address in the photos. Please don't do anything of the sort. There are a lot of nasty people on the internet, but just the empties, just the products, I'd love to see. Not only I myself, all of the other people who are doing Project Pan challenges would love to see that as well. Now, I already have more than half a dozen people who agreed to do a joint Project Pan challenge with me and meet goals together. Various goals, choose your own goal. Please don't pick 150 items because I'm doing it. Can be 6 foil sachets, the whole year, 1 lip balm, doesn't matter. Pick your own goal. So I shall link all the people who are participating in the Project Pan challenge in the description box below, so you can check out their empties as well as and when they post them. And I will be also talking about my Project Pan challenge in my January empties post, so do stay tuned for that. So please do a Project Pan challenge and please join in. Please use up more of your stash. Please tell me what's going on and share your photographs, not your photo, photograph of your garbage, trash, empties, bin. And let's take it from there. Set your goals, and these are the tips. I hope you found them useful. So that's all from me for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please do give me a thumbs up, and please hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell. And I'll speak to you soon.